The first week will consist of an hour-long orientation where students will take pre-tests and learn about the Take Action program. So the agenda for the orientation will be as follows. You're going to start out with a welcome. Make sure to pass out the sign-in sheets, which can be found in your teacher folder. And introduce yourself, introduce the intern, and if there's any mentors at your program, make sure that they introduce themselves. Then you're going to talk to the students about the purpose of the Take Action program. So if you look in your teacher manual and open up to the first page, we have a whole agenda for the orientation, and you'll see here the second part is purpose of Take Action program. So you can just kind of follow these bullets and talk about the health issues with adolescents nowadays and why the Take Action program can really help them improve their health. After you go through that, then you're going to give the students their pre-tests. So you'll find the pre-tests in your orientation packet that was in your box. There's two different pre-tests that they're going to be taking. There's a health behavior survey. This has 19 different questions. So you want to make sure that, first of all, that every student puts their name on the survey, their school, and the date, and that they fill out all 19 questions completely. The second test is a nutrition knowledge test. So this one has 12 questions. It's one-sided only, whereas the health behavior survey is two-sided. So they need to fill out all 12 questions on here. Again, make sure they put their name and the school and the date. Also, for extra guidance on how to give those pre-tests, in your teacher manual on page 3, you can find some extra guidelines on how to fill it out. There's also an answer key for the nutrition knowledge test, so you'll want to definitely refer to that when you start grading these. Okay, so after the pre-tests, then you're going to hand each student a student folder. You also have, in your box, you have this little box that has some thick Sharpies in it and some pencils. So go ahead and pass around the Sharpies and have the students write their name on the folder. That's going to be their folder for the whole program. They don't take them home. You're going to hold on to them just in case so they don't get lost or they don't forget them. And then each week you'll just pass them back out. So inside their folder, again, they have their student manual, the student workbook, and the project record. So they can just go ahead and put their name on everything at orientation so that nothing gets lost or misplaced. The mentors, if you have any mentors in your program, they're also going to get one of those folders. They don't have to turn them in each week. It'd actually be best if they take them home because then they can kind of review for the next workshop so they know what to expect. After you hand out the folders, you're going to do a Take Action overview. This is just where you quickly explain that Take Action is a 12-week program, the orientation, the 10 weeks of nutrition education, and also physical activity. So they'll be meeting twice a week for an hour each, and then the culmination at the end. And make sure to really focus on the fact that the whole purpose of this program is their big project that they're going to be working towards every week. Then you're going to talk about homework and prizes. So inside your teacher manual on page 4 is a copy of the incentive sheet. You also have individual incentive sheets to hand out to each of the students in your culmination packet. So go ahead and hand these out. You can refer to your teacher manual for it. Basically, this explains that if they come to each of the workshops, they get a raffle, and there'll be raffles every workshop. The more they participate, the more tickets they're going to get, so the more chances they have to win. Then at the culmination, we're going to have some awards for some bigger prizes. The way that they can get into those raffles is the first one, there's going to be 2 winners for perfect attendance. So that's anyone who comes to all the nutrition lessons and all the physical activity lessons. There's going to be 2 winners for returning students teaching families, which is a homework assignment I'll explain in just a minute. And then there's also going to be 2 winners for anyone who completes the project record, which is they're going to be doing at the end of each workshop. They'll contribute to their project record. So let me talk a little bit about the students teaching parents. So also in your teacher manual, on page 5, I believe, is a copy of the Students Teaching Parents. So this is a worksheet that they're going to get at Workshop 9. What they'll do with this worksheet is, and you'll explain this to the students, they're going to take this home along with the supplementary packet of nutrition information that I showed you in the last video. They're going to teach their parents what they've learned in the Take Action program. And then they're going to ask them the 3 questions on the worksheet and then kind of fill in their parents' answers. The parent then has to, and it can be a parent, it can be brother, sister, any family member, guardian. So then the family member is going to sign it and the student will sign it. They'll turn these in then at Workshop 10, so everyone who turns these in will be eligible for that other raffle. Anyone who is eligible for all 3 of the raffles that I mentioned gets put into a grand prize raffle for their chance to win a $50 gift card to a sporting goods store. So another thing you want to mention at orientation is that there's going to be weekly videos. So at the end of each workshop, the intern's going to go around with the video camera and ask a series of questions to random students. The questions are going to be something like, you know, where are we in the project? What's going on here? How is it affecting the students? And what can be done about it? So they're just going to record this for maybe make a 2-minute video every week. Any student who does participate can get an extra raffle ticket. At the end of orientation, you'll make sure, see if anyone has any questions, make sure to answer those. And then you can go ahead and do the first raffles for the prizes that you'll find in your box. That should be it for orientation. After orientation, you just have to input some information. The teacher is going to input the attendance of who came to orientation in a Google Docs spreadsheet that will be sent to you. And then the interns, you're also going to get Google Docs spreadsheets. The interns are going to put in the pre-knowledge test data, the pre-health survey, the health behavior survey data. And then the intern's also going to write a mentor support email. If there are any mentors in your program, they'll just kind of send them maybe the video that was made that week and let them know, thank them for coming and let them know what's going to be happening next week. So that's about it for orientation. Enjoy.